Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGirt Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. UMass will kick off and we'll be underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cowboys offense will get the first swing of the game. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. To throw, it's Svoboda. A strike downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. The hand to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They run the reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. The ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home. Makes a great play for a loss.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't pegged.
The Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So UMass offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking for a gap. It's Hester. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Got it, looking for a first. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And the defense brought the blitz on 3rd down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback, but how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
To the air, it's Pumachan. He makes the connection. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. Isn't the play-action fake supposed to make those guys take a half a beat before they come and destroy the quarterback?
Yes, trying to slow him down as much as possible, but it's predicated, too, on me reading that and me seeing it, and they didn't bite it at all. You better run the football effectively if you're going to run play-action, because they did not bite on the play-action fake at all.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Caught in the backfield, it's Hardin. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit in the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
This guy can throw it. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking for a man, it's Svoboda. Makes a connection. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw a cannon this QB has.
And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. looking for a crease to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Harding. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a crease. It's Scott. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Uncorks it. Got his man on the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Gain of 24. And a 1st down for the offense. That's the end of the...
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Fights off a defender.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll try it again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to move the chains. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. The Cowboys will move the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wyoming. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMass offense returns to the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield. It's John. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Picks up 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Pumachan. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Back to the air one more time. Gets it out quickly. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Now on second down. They'll give it to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Got it in the middle, it's Harding. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Split backs here. Dropping back, it's Pumachan. Just a little off. Incomplete. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
UMass quickly back to the line. He'll keep it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Splits the uprights, it's good.
Wyoming, 7, UMass, 3.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
That last completion sets them up on second down. Off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Makes the grab. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
The Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Svoboda. Makes the grab over the middle.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads it left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wyoming.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So it's an 80-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown.
UMass 3.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Harding. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create some. He lets it fly. Reels it in down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Pumachan. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the field goal to end the half takes it to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
And the Cowboys will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The UMass offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Dropping back, it's Pumachan. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you can tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
17, UMass 6.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Pumachan. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got a man in the middle. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
You see, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off the blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. Looking to throw for it. Finds his target down the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He finds his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. To the air, it's Pumachan. Fires to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive gain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive.
Wyoming, 17, UMass, 9.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups in there.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Play action.
One on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Svoboda. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
The Cowboys are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And the Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 9.
So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Getting set for the point after.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they closed the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UMass offense returns to the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. You use the play action to try to slow down the rush, make the defense hesitant. In that case, they weren't hesitant at all.
No, they weren't, and it was a nice job with respect to effort on defense. You saw guys engaged one-on-one. They got dudes beating some blocks, lots of speed in the front of that defense, and you saw it on that play.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. Back to throw, it's Pumachan. Got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking deep. Snatches it on the right. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Minutemen! A great catch and run for 6.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished with a bang, a 71-yard scoring strike. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A 1st down for the offense. The give to the tailback. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Svoboda. It's complete to the left. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stops.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Got his man on the right. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
The Cowboys have this offense rolling. They'll try it over the left side. Breaks the tackle.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Gonna run it. It's Scott. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. How about this methodical, soul-crushing drive? They've already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock as they snap it on second down. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. So a drive there of 82 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. He's going to pass. He's got his man.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Brings up second down.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking to pass. It's Pumachan. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd down.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The aerial assault continues. Completes it in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Pumachan. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
UMass quickly back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down.
You know, that's a down and distance there where I think defensively you've got to have a spy. You've got to know that this quarterback has the ability to run, especially on 3rd down. Who's athletic enough on your side of the football to prevent this guy from getting the 1st?
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Wants to fire on second down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UMass!
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you've got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The give as they work on that clock. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UMass offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Wants to throw. It's Pumachan. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
The pass attempt falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.